So he's a cook. So if he's going to be somewhere, he's going to be around here. What are you two doing? Just having a local punch up these bastards. Alright. What's on my drink? I was hoping I'd come past a chimpanzee in here cooking, but I guess not. Where the hell do you go, mate? Actually, if he's not cooking, he might be constructing. There's one of my chimpanzees. You're collector. You're the other one. The collector, chimpanzee collector is an original in my colony. So there are 21 original colonists that I brought in from previous maps using Prepare Carefully. And I'm trying to keep them alive until we make it across the world to the landed ship quest that's all the way up here. So this is our third location, and we've moved a couple of times, obviously. So we're here, and we used to be down here. So we're here, and we used to be down here. This was our last location that we had to abandon out of the blue. I had to basically like leave so much stuff behind because the tile got corrupted when 1.5 updated. Before that, we were down here. Hold on. I can manage to click on it. I may have to zoom in. We started here. So we started all the way down here. And we moved to here. And then we moved to here. And we plan to kind of move somewhere up around in here, kind of close by. I don't want to move too far this time. And then we'll move up here somewhere. And then we'll move up to there, so that I have a bit of time to kind of like acclimatize them to the increasing coldness of the upper map and stuff. Now, my caravan, Ulch's is nearly home. Lily's caravan's going round to the other Dryden. So my colony location is called Dryden, and that place is called Dryden. Yeah, it doesn't make shit confusing at all. Inspired recruitment. You know what, Noskabar? If I could get you to work on Cat or acrylic, because I caught myself, I'm in prison. So yeah, that would be great. But yeah. Let me see if I can find chimpanzee. If he ain't around here, I don't think he would do gathering stuff. So my thoughts are maybe he's asleep. I'm pretty sure he's a daytimer though. There's one. That's him. Alright, you mate. I need you. No, you're not that bad. I really didn't need to hear the cats getting slaughtered as I fucking zoomed in, mate. You don't look like you're that bad up, but I'm pretty sure I've got a leg and an arm. And you're one of our cooks. What else do you do? Cooking and animals. I mean, it's not hugely important. There are other people that probably could do a stuff, but let's get you a prosthetic arm. I don't know if that's the, yeah, left arm. Cool. I lucked out on that because I didn't actually know which one that was, but let's get you a right leg as well, because I have one of those somewhere. Hold on. It's got me able to do prosthetic. Wait, was that? That's prosthetic arm. So what is this then? It's a bionic leg. I should be able to install that. My caravan's also arrived home too. Chimpanzee mate. Why can't I give you a bionic leg? Why is that not on my list? Is it? Oh, there it is. It's fine. I just didn't see it. Bionic leg, right. Alright. He's going to get an arm and a leg. I know you're hauling limestone, mate, but I don't think I've got anybody specifically in spire surgery, but go lay your ass down and Eddie will, if they can, clean our hospital. So we'll improve your likelihood of living. What is going on with you, Troxo? Catatonic breakdown. Left lungs destroyed. Alright. So they were very long outdoors, which is why they're in the mental state. They're recreationally starved, but that's because we had a battle. They're sleeping alone, poor diddums. You're in a hospital, mate. Colonist died. Yeah, Jung died. Ratty apparel, I can't do anything about that. Everything else seems to be fine. Your lover is silverware. Hold on a fucking ticket. Let me go find silverware because I'm pretty sure... Actually, find me fucking Dodsworth's bed first. Hold up. Dodsworth's bed's like here somewhere. Yeah, no. So we worked out last week. I wasn't paying attention, but silverware has like 8 fucking lovers and a husband. And I didn't notice. And she, every time she gets a new lover, she wants to go sleep with them instead of her husband. And I'm like, bitch, you're married. At least go like sleep next to your husband. Poor Dodsworth though. Like, it's not just this game. I've always said I feel bad for like Dodsworth. And I couldn't remember why, because I don't remember beating the shit out of him in this game, right? So at no point did I think, oh, he's done bad stuff. And I couldn't remember why until I saw Silverware's list of lovers. And I'm like, oh, that's right. He marries women that are always like, you know, going and like cheating on him and like getting with other people and entering other relationships and leaving him sleeping alone. That's what the problem is poor Dodsworth is sitting here like, I'm in some like, what do you call it? Like mutual relationship kind of thing, exclusive relationship or something like that. And Silverware's like, I'm not. But in every single game, he marries Silverware. Every single game I've ever had the two of them in, they marry each other. Mind you, not only Lincoln and Tofu still Silverware away, but it's starting to make sense now because previously... Like, I've always had pretty big colonies. I've had 3, I think. I had Coalition was over 100. Hattori was like 170 odd. Nido was, I think, about 100 odd. And then this one's like 260 odd. Right? So I've had 4 big colonies. And in all 4 of those colonies, I've had silverware. And Tofu and Lincoln. I haven't had Dodsworth in all of them. I didn't have Dodsworth, I don't think, in Nido. But yeah, every time I have him, he always marries one of them. Usually ends up eventually marrying Silverware. And then, yeah, she just jumps ship and leaves the poor dude alone. Most of the problem is that she's a nighttime worker and he's a daytime worker. That's where majority of our issue is. You lot... I want you guys to dump all the stuff off the animals as soon as you're inside. This other group were really, really easy because they were all horses. So it was just a quick and easy drop, which our animals have already eaten all the food. But that's fine, we got more medical. Oh, I started social fight with Lumi. That's fine, go for it. So wait to... I could drop it inside there. It would count as a room, but I want to pull them past here. I think they're eating shit as they go up a little bit. I don't really care about the fire starting sprees. Alright, now that you guys are inside, away from the door. I'll get away from the door. Okay, door's shut. Alright. Only reason why I wanted to drop that is I did have like additional food. I don't care if they eat like the berries and shit like that. I do want the packaged survival meals inside. But like gold and stuff, that's not going to deteriorate. Nutrimine and stuff, like we're going to take it over to here in a moment, so it's no big rush, it'll get there. What are you doing, Hajuka? He's setting the berries and the rice on fire. Sam, mate, where are you going? Can you extinguish that? Somebody will be with that fire shortly. Somebody would be with this one shortly, but yeah. Chalky, mate, let's have a look at your health. So I need to fix up your eyes. I wish I could give them noses. Because a lot of my people have got shattered noses. I imagine a whole heap of people walking around my colony looking like Owen Wilson, honestly. Like, even Blue here, she's got one. Imagine that. It's just like a visible trait that they have. It's just like it changes their face to like Owen Wilson by default in the game. That would just be hilarious for me. I'm talking about like, you know how, like zoom in for a second and you see like their little like basic faces and stuff like that. And then imagine like a hyper detailed like image just put on top of it with like Owen Wilson's face and the crooked nose and everything, and I'm just like, just the thought process of it automatically changing once they've got a shattered nose is just too fucking much for me. But yeah, fucking hell. I swear, I play RimWorld and my brain goes places. Not like sane places, but it's interesting. I have some more drink, hold on. Alright. Well, what the hell is that? Oh, it's a duck. I was gonna say, I'm like, is it a guinea pig? Because I'm pretty sure they're not supposed to be in here. Okay, the other thing too is I'm supposed to be making 2 arms. There may actually be a colonist in my colony that requires 2 arms. Have a look at lilies. It won't be Skizzer because they don't have medical privileges. It ain't you. Okay. No. I'm guessing that the 2 arms wasn't for Butcher. Got leg issues. Auburn. Not you. Pumpkin. Glad Pumpkin's going out in that because they need somebody that can fight. Alright, if it's not you. My only problem was I was up to Pumpkin, my list, and she's currently out of the colony, but that's fine. Let me zoom out a bit more. So... oh yeah, because she's out here. Hold on. Let me grab... I guess it's not going to let me click on just Pumpkin. No. Can I click on just Pumpkin? No. Okay, I'm not sure who's after her in my list, realistically, because fuck knows. I can't see anybody's names. Except for E. I can sometimes see... There he is. I can see E, because he's only got a 1-letter name, right? So I always find E. But apart from him, I can't find anybody else in my colony because I haven't seen their names for like many, many months. Also, I should probably check the wildlife. There's a timber wolf getting around and some boomalopes. I actually wouldn't mind having boomalopes. I know you can get chem fuel and stuff off this, but I have got infinite chem reactors. I got 2 of those. As long as my people don't destroy them again, we'll remain having 2. We had 3. And then my colonists are like, you know what would be a great tantrum relief is if I just go smash 2 of your infinite chem reactors. So, yeah, we haven't had those for a while. And I'm trying to have enough that when we move, I want to be able to use my chem fuel to be able to launch my transport pods so that I can move most of my colony without caravans if I can. Because that's the intention. Like, I'm going to have to still caravan some stuff. Hold on, where'd I go? Back here. I'm going to have to caravan some stuff, but I should be able to transport pod a good amount of stuff. Why? Timberwolf. Mate, please tell me that wasn't a breeding one. What were you? I can't tell if you're male or female. Yeah, I can. Guinea pig 221. Were you? Does it tell me what you were? It probably does. I probably just like gloss over it every time I'm in here. I don't know if you're male or female. But it's fucking gone. So this thing's going to have a horrid death anyway, because as soon as one of my hunters get over here, it will be chased down. The problem I've got is that I set all my guinea pigs to the outer part so that they would get their food and stuff outside of my colony. I don't have a lot of food out there, but they can run through a little portion of this to get food, which is fine by me. But let's go check the guinea pigs section. I also need to train that. Somebody had a birthday. I'll have to have a look at that. I have male, female, male, female, female. Okay. I must have lost the... I'm thinking the second female. Because I think you and you, or you and you, you're male, female, and yeah, no, I lost the second female. Okay. That's fine, as long as she wasn't pregnant at the time. Who had a birthday? Kangaroo had a birthday. They're 65 and they've got cataracts. Cool. Good for you, mate. Wolf is having a revenge. Yeah, not in this colony. Not with turrets like this. And Felicia's avenged our guinea pig. So, now, all of my potatoes look like they're pretty much ready to go. Oh, man. I've had, like, whenever I see, like, a large amount of my colonists in here, I always come have a look, because sometimes they're having a party or sometimes they're having a wedding, and I don't notice. The worst part is whenever my colony has a colony-wide wedding event, I have every single colonist go up to that area, and I usually get a prison break. And unless I have a colonist down here, I can't catch the fuckers. So it's usually a frustrating run. I'm not seeing any orange horses as well. I'm just doing a quick sweep. I think whatever combination of horses we have here doesn't make orange, which is okay. But yeah, if they want to eat all the rice down here, by all means, they definitely should. Now, I've improved the ratio of animals that we have, right? So we've got a lot more cows, and we have a lot more, I think I've got set up for yaks, I can't remember, muffaloes. Yaks, muffaloes, and cows to breed like flies, and I'm seeing some fly action in here, so that's great. The dromedaries are like a fucking snail when they breed. What about the sheep? Because I haven't actually had a look at them for a bit. Let's have a look at their adult settings. So they breed actually pretty fast. They breed 1 day faster, which means I could probably guarantee almost the 3 litters every season. They have 1 to 2. They have 105 meat. They have sheep wool, 45 wool. Alright. So, what have I got my sheep set to? Because I'm pretty sure I've got them set pretty high at the moment. I've got 3 male. I think I want to bring that up. I did have them on a set cull list because they reproduce really fast and I couldn't keep up with them. But I'm after meat, I'm after wool, I'm after leather. I might keep that capped at the moment because we've got 10. It'll turn into 25 before I know it, right? And then another batch will be fine. And then, yeah. We should start, like, producing a whole heap. Actually, fuck it. I might just remove it from the sheep. Remove that. So who is limited and why here? Cats, for sure. Panthers, for sure. Guinea pigs. Yeah, I don't want them out of proportion. Arctic wolves, I only have 1. Alright. Well, it's starting to look a little bit more normal-ish. I still think I only really ever had it set to, like, maybe 10 at a time. That's fine. Shadow's down in here doing animal stuff with the animals, feeding Elsie. Cool. Alright, well, if you're taming her, what does a cat have? Because I keep looking, but I keep not seeing. You got plants, animals, and intellectual. That's not too bad. The hell was that? Hold on. Oh, you know what it would have been? It would have been a boomalope. Or my shit catching fire. Did somebody set this, or is this a boomalope activity? Because they could have taken the corpse. There is blood here. Hold on. Getting pretty damaged. Mind you, Squirrel is in a really bad spot. Mate, you got asthma too. Oh, here comes the rest of the colony for it. It's fine. I love how my people doing the food stuff don't give a fuck. Like, Armadillo, Whoops, and Purple are just like, you know, I'm gonna sit here and pick berries, like, while that fire is going off over there. I'm also concerned about Squirrel, because he's kind of standing in the middle here, but he seems to be okay. I'm guessing that a boomalope ran down here when it got shot, and I'm guessing it died and blew up here. Because there's a tiny bit of blood. which could suggest that. And if it was, somebody would have carried it off and put it in here already. There's several in here, so that could have happened very easily. That's not a great thing if that goes down, because that's stabilizing some mountain area. So that'll be interesting. Well, the fire's out and they're repairing, and many of the people are just going back to bed or going off to recreation. The funny thing is, when a fire event like that happens, it actually pulls everybody in here to go and like have a rest and stuff, which is kind of good. I actually also kind of like the color difference that I ended up with here with the 2 cotton. It's it kind of made it brighter because of the white. Looks nice to me. But yeah, once we're out of winter, by the way, how many berries are here? Over 2,000. So once we're out of winter, if we don't have to tribute any of our allies, as in if I don't steal anybody from my allies again, then I should be able to make enough food to cover the pemmican again, because we went from a couple of thousand pemmican down to like none the other week. And same with the packaged survival meals and simple meals and stuff like that. Like they all went way down. But I did notice that they're making way more like lavish meals and stuff here. Like we've got vegetarian and we've got carnivore meals, because I can't make simple carnivore or simple vegetarian meals. You can only make lavish versions of that, right? So we are wasting a little bit of ingredients having those on offer. But if I don't have them on offer, what happens is my colonists are like malnourished or starving or whatever, because they won't go and eat like the raw berries. They won't go and eat the raw meat. So by having them on hand, it's preventing a little bit of issues with that. And I just don't have a lot of food, honestly. And I haven't had a lot of leathers. And the reason why like the leathers are important here is that if I can sell them, I can have more of a buying power, which is what I was doing with the food. But we never really got to a point where I had buying power with food. So it should get to a point where we are so stable with food and animals here that then we can move. That's what I'm trying to do. Is trying to make up for the fact that we had to abandon the last location and move here on a dime. And get everybody happy and stable, which means staying here longer, and then we can move on. Because the last location, right, Quillen, which was down here, it was a permanent summer. We were going to be growing crops all year round, and that was the plan. We were going to have so much food and buying power, and I was going to be able to get everybody fixed up and everything. But the tile got corrupted, and we had to leave. And I couldn't carry anything because we'd just arrived, so I just culled all my excess animals, and there's no way I could carry everything that we brought there out. So, yeah. And we had the glitch where my caravans were unpacking themselves as they were being packed, so that was shit. This is how we ended up with starvation in my colony. But, you know, as long as it took to get everybody sorted out here, we got sorted. I'm just gonna blow my nose, hold on. Sorry, I can feel myself getting like progressively more like nasally as I like keep needing to like blow my nose and stuff. I'm like, I should probably just do that. That's fine. Anyway, Dan, mate. What are you in here for? Frail. So, that's right. I was looking for somebody that had 2 arms. I actually wonder... Was it Farrell? Actually, if he's not in his bed, he should be. Whoops, I started a social fight with the fucking doctor of the colony. That's a great idea, mate. So, his bed should be like here, or... If it's not here, it should be in this section somewhere here. There. Okay, so Farrell's not in bed. There he is. What's going on with you, mate? There's nothing I could do to fix you up by the look of it. So it ain't you. They're no longer having a social fight. Good. Get yourselves to hospital. I'm glad you guys didn't go down because I don't have to put the weapon back on you. Which is nice. Which reminds me, one of my colonists did need a weapon back, but that's okay. Roxo is still catatonic. My god, though, this fucking catatonic breakdown. Is it like 10% consciousness? So, I think it's about time I go through and I find out who needed 2 arms. Because I ended up giving Broda a surgery, chimpanzee or whatever, a surgery. And I believe I made 2 arms specifically for one person. It should have tipped me off, but I forgot to look to see if the second one was built. You have... No, you've got an arm and then you've got your other leg. You're the one that's waiting on the surgeries. Which, by the way... No, you're not. You're the other one. You're waiting on the lung, which actually, you know what? That should have maybe fucking come back. Hold on. Is there a lung just out here in the paddock somewhere? My animal should have taken that away. Yeah, it looks like if it's gonna be here... There it is. Brother, mate, how do you feel about a lung? I don't know where you are, but... Getting a lung, mate. For God's sake, every time. You are on the list to... I did want to give him a lung. But no, Chalky needs eyes. That's right. You need a lung. Okay. Let's get you a lung. And let me keep going through my group. Sorry. So I do have like several people that need lungs and kidneys and livers and all sorts of shit. But I just don't do organ harvesting. At this magnitude of a colony, it's not worth it to try to harvest something and potentially get it wrong, because you have a large number of people that are going to absolutely flip their shit. It's just not worth it. So I tend to buy organs if I need to. And at the moment, while we're here, while we have time, while we're trying to build up food, I'm trying to get enough resources to make bionics and prosthetics and get everybody kind of like up into at least a bit of moving order, because some people are really fucked over, like really badly. And if I can fix them up a bit when we move, it should help. It should help build up the next location a little bit faster. Hopefully. I could heal you from your trauma savantness, but I am concerned that it might try to heal an eye instead. I'm pretty sure it heals whatever's at the top of the list as the most priority. You got arms, right legs, arms. My only problem is I chose to make only 2 prosthetic arms. Like, not keep making until we have 2 at all times. I chose to make only 2. With the view that it was supposed to prompt me to remember who was supposed to be getting the thing. But I didn't remember who was supposed to be getting the thing. And honestly, I could prevent chimpanzee from having that. Because somebody in my colony has no arms, or has an arm. I think it's, they don't have a hand and they are missing their other arm. That seems right. You got a prosthetic arm. You're missing a lot of your fingers on your other hand. You're not the person I want. Let's see, old gunshot. Not missing another arm. Left leg, left leg. A lot of these people take hits in their left, I noticed. Shoulder, left arm, leg, lung. I kind of hate when you get, well, I guess Bren's pretty much like fixed up. I was going to say, I saw it as like all the lit up stuff and I didn't read that they had the prosthetics, and I was going to say that I hate it when they've got something that like you can't fix, and I'm like, yeah, no, I can't fix that because it's already been fixed, you know? So it's fine. Let's see, left arm, leg. Shoot frenzy. I also have an ambrosia sprout somewhere, which I'm not thrilled about because this colony is running